Hello everyone, Crystal Lynn here. Welcome to my channel, Tune Into Love. Thank you for joining me for another pick a card reading. This pick a card came through as an addition or second part to my last pick a card. What is it that the Divine Feminine would like the Divine Masculine to know? So a message from the Divine Feminine to the Divine Masculine. So take a moment to tune in. We have group 1, 2, 3, and 4. Always trust your inner guidance, your intuition, whichever group calls to your heart the strongest. I will put timestamps in the comments below. Thank you all so much for subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing the videos if they resonate. I truly appreciate all of your love and support. And please do connect with me over on my social media and my Patreon. Those links are in the description box. So with that, let's just get into it. I appreciate each and every one of you so very much. All right, so hello group number 1. How are all of you amazing, beautiful heart and souls? Thank you for tuning in. Let's see what the Divine Masculine, what message the Divine Feminine would like the Divine Masculine to know at this time. So I'm trying to take responsibility for my actions right now. Please know this. And I felt this serious tone excuse me. With the last message, I felt more of a nurturing quality with the masculine receiving or sharing a message with the Divine Feminine. In this particular pick a card with the feminine sharing a message with the masculine, I feel more of a serious tone, not so much fluffing it up, but just really being honest and sharing a message from the heart of where the Divine Feminine really is, honestly, in this whole relationship or union and the challenges that she's facing or that the energy itself is going through, transforming through, and how challenging it can feel, and to be able to focus on the relationship and feel inspired. There's a lot happening, okay? So I'm trying to take responsibility for my actions right now. Please know this. We have the 9 of Cups. Look at this. And the 2 of Cups. My goodness. And the 6 of Pentacles. Wow. The way that the cards come out for all of you is so astounding to me. You are some amazing, amazing people. I really, truly appreciate your energy. There is this very clear knowing deep within of your own emotional well-being fulfilled. You know, your wishes, your desires, your dreams, your hopes of being, you know, truly authentic to yourself and your own soul purpose, and also being able to connect and in mutual love with another, you know, to share this special sacred life with someone in a beautifully harmoniously balanced way, you know, something that is not just any relationship, right? This is your person, your lifelong partner. This is mutual love and, you know, friendship. It's so beautiful. It's choosing to live a life together, create a life together. I see a lot of this rooted in equal balance and harmony, especially when it comes to the foundation of your life. I see you both wanting to contribute equally, not just emotionally and mentally, but also physically in terms of finances or just providing home stability, whatever it is, however it works out for the both of you. I feel like the feminine really wants the masculine to know that she's focused on whatever it takes, whatever it means to her to create a stable foundation that's truly rooted in, you know, the greater good of everyone, like her partner, her family. It's all inclusive. It really takes into account like the equal contribution or the contributing energy. Interesting word there. So there's this awareness, let's keep going here, of like the true energy of co-creation and partnership and lifestyle versus any sort of like programs or beliefs that we try to fit ourselves into to make a relationship work. This relationship doesn't need to be made to work. It flows naturally. It unfolds and grows naturally together. And so the feminine really wants the masculine to know that she's doing everything that she's guided to do at this time, to take responsibility for all the actions she's ever made in her life, to learn, to grow, so that as she's moving forward, she's in alignment with the mutual love and respect and energetic flow of the relationship, you know. I feel like there's this energy of tension that, and it's rooted from your masculine energy. there's like an acknowledgement here that you're being guided to focus on your emotional strength, your emotional intelligence. And so there may not be a lot of physical activity. However, there's like, you're very balanced in the physical world. You know, there's an energy of gratitude, generosity here, abundance mindset. And I feel like you're being focused. The feminine is being guided or focusing on right now the emotional well-being of herself and her intimate relationships, and she needs the masculine to know that. There's the emotional connection is very strong and it is very sacred. So I pulled a postcard from Spirit as if I was reading it from the divine feminine to the masculine. So let's see what it says here. What does it say on the front? Hope floats. Interesting. Okay. So, dear you, divine masculine, oh my, things are stirred up and change is upon you. This is cause for celebration. No need to be nervous, but know that it's okay to be afraid when faced with the uncertainties of life. The funny thing is that courage doesn't get mustered in the absence of fear, rather in spite of it or even because of it. Step into the unknown now. Let go of the branch you are clinging to, and let Spirit take the wheel and help steer you to your highest good and most wonderful adventure. All you need to concern yourself with is choosing courage as your ally. Leave the rest up to us. There's a load of miracles being shipped your way. Remember what philosopher Joseph Campbell said? Take one step toward the gods, and they will take 10 toward you. We are all doing the destiny cha-cha on your behalf. That's right. Don't be afraid to dance, masculine. Loving you always, divine feminine. I feel like there is a focus here of the feminine being very focused in the realm of emotions and celebration and friendship and intimacy. And she really, it's like we need to feel that from our masculine, that, it's like, I feel like there's been this focus on the material world and like gaining finances. However, the feminine is very receptive to the emotional needs of herself and her family. And the foundation of being able to take responsibility in your life is also supported and complemented by emotional well-being. If we're not in a state of emotional well-being, there's no true form of responsibility, because we're unable to actually act then in a way that's in alignment with our integrity. If we're not in our own integrity in terms of our sound mind, body, heart, and spirit. And I feel like there's this beautiful energy of feeling the union in your heart, feeling it in your emotions, feeling like really content as far as the feminine's concerned. And I feel like the masculine picks up on this very much. And it's like the message from the feminine is, know that I am facing difficulties, and at the same time, I am focused on our emotional well-being. And so it's like there's this awareness more so that the masculine can support the feminine in the way that she needs to feel supported versus what he believes. It's very interesting. We have truth here, number 25, with the foxgloves. This woman playing a harp music. I said heart. That's really interesting. Culmination of vision, number 35. And we have 7 and 8. Change and transformation. Again, union, co-creation type of energies. The feminine's very much being guided to co-create with other co-creators in the world, to speak her truth, to share her gifts and talents right now. And she needs the masculine to know that. She needs to feel supported. I feel like, it's like this energy of the masculine always, in our storytelling or in our culture, we speak to how the masculine has a muse, and it inspires him to create and do all this. Well, the masculine's also a muse for the feminine. So if the masculine isn't acting as a muse, it's very difficult to feel. And so I feel like in this, this relationship for you guys, that is what's being felt and happening. There's this very beautiful love here and understanding, like a deep inner knowing in your heart, your deepest of hearts and bones, of what's required for this partnership. And it's really being felt. Like, I feel like here with truth, it's like the feminine energy choosing to tune into the beautiful qualities of just peaceful music and harmony, and like the elements, like the vibration, the frequency, being really mindful of her environment and allowing herself to receive the visions of co-creation, of her own visions for herself, her intimate life, her family, and also of those that she's co-creating with. And there's an energy here of releasing and surrendering and letting go of what no longer serves, and also healing, healing mind, body, spirit communication through really tuning into the union energies. So I feel like the feminine really wants the masculine to know, this is the most important thing to her in terms of her foundation and her well-being. This relationship is, it is her, essentially. It is the masculine's well-being is her well-being. And I feel like the feminine here is acknowledging that. She's feeling the inspiration. She's feeling the union from her masculine energy, which is really beautiful. Healthy choices, making healthy choices in love and in life, self-care, or self-love, self-care, being happier. So I feel like the feminine's very much feeling supported in her healthy choices and her empowerment and feeling inspired. And she wants the masculine to know that. He's inspiring her to receive these visions and to have the courage to actually follow through and pursue them, because she feels the energetic support of continuing on with her visions, her dreams, whatever it is she's creating or tuned into or learning about or wanting to follow for career or life or lifestyle or whatever it is. Like, there's this natural energy of being able to make healthy choices for herself, and that is inspired in the masculine. So I feel like there's a thank you, like a gratitude energy here, feeling the love from your masculine. Seek your destiny, number 37. So the feminine here is very much seeking her destiny, seeking her purpose in life, co-creation, wish fulfillment, her ultimate partner and true love, and ultimate energy of give and receive, and not just with, her own personal reality, but I feel like in a more worldly way or an expanded way. We have hydromancy, illusion, and hostilities, number 26. So again, I feel like the feminine wants the masculine to know that there are energies that arise that can feel hostile at times. And so there's like an appreciation here for being directed towards healthy choices, towards going within and seeking destiny and being immersed in art and poetry and honoring of the feelings versus getting caught up in the daily grind or the have-tos. It's like she's able to move about her day and handle the smaller responsibilities, home life, children, career, whatever it is that pertains to the feminine. Because there's, it's like, I feel like there's this, whatever this hostile energy is around the masculine energy, I'm feeling it in the masculine energy. It's like a natural release here. It's not something that's hindering the feminine or holding her back. It's actually empowering her to make the healthy choices, to stay in alignment with gratitude and trust and mutual love, and allowing yourself to really solidify those, principles and values and morals that are rooted in emotional well-being and fulfillment. And, no matter what, she wants her masculine energy to know that she's trying and doing her best to take responsibility for every action in her life. And, it's like, we're reminded as feminines from the masculine energy and the feminine source energy to, honor patience, allow ourselves to go slow and steady, one day at a time, seeing this as our life as opposed to just like having to have it done right now. And the more we make healthy choices on a daily basis, the more we choose to tune into our own practices, trusting that our wishes are fulfilled, trusting that these relationships are harmonizing, aligning together, choosing to maintain our integrity, choosing to maintain our health mindset, our wealth mindset, our co-creator mindset, being an equal give and receive. And there's something here with hydromancy and illusion, like illusions being exposed or feeling disillusioned a bit through this relationship. However, I feel like there's a deep beauty that's also realized through the illusion type energies or the disillusionment. I feel like there's a lot to do with your emotional response to relationships overall. This relationship has been very healing in terms of allowing the feminine to release what's no longer serving her, to release the more rigid energies of having to be maybe more masculine in her own relationships or work life or whatever it is when it comes to manifesting. I feel like the feminine wants the masculine to know that through his supportive energy, there's a softening, like she's really able to embrace her feminine spirit, her feminine receptivity, her feminine art, her feminine creativity. Even like with Joseph Campbell showing up in this reading, it's like the poetry, the storytelling, like really being able to feel the trust in her masculine, that he is aligned and doing what he needs to do, brings such a relief and allows her to fully embrace her feminine and her qualities and whatever she's being guided to do, which allows the masculine to do the same. So there's a beautiful balance here in the physical world that's occurring for both of you. And it's like, it almost feels like both of you are aligning your heart and soul to what's truly important. And then here it is, like, happening in the physical reality. You know, it's been a long process of really coming into balance or harmonizing the balance, and whatever here is like being released is, it's like the natural process. Like, you're doing it, like the feminine's doing it. It's all here, and it's been so unknown at times, and yet I feel like the feminine really wants the masculine to know that she feels him, and she feels the difference between his energy and the energy of others that's more rooted in fear. You know, so any type of hostility energy that's coming up for the feminine at this time, it's, you know, it creates a bit of a challenge in terms of really having to take some time and maybe just meditate or breathe, or divine with yourself, like tuning into your emotions, which if we have a lot of responsibility or whatever, it can be a bit of a, you know, it's like we have to work around it. So we can only go at the pace that we can go. I feel like this is also letting the masculine know that, you know, if the feminine could make it all happen overnight, she would. And you know, it's vice versa. So it's very mutually felt here. You both recognize the spiritual growth. You both recognize, you know, the things that are coming up that are asking you to heal them, transform them, release them, whatever it is, so that as you join together in the physical reality, when you are together, it's just a continual process of, you know, growth and fulfillment, and you already have the basic principles and values rooted in who you are each individually, which allows you to face any sort of future energies that may arise. I feel like here with hostility or just like the awareness of excuse me, your choices, you know, to make healthy choices. You're both rooted in that, and so there's such a beautiful balance moving forward and truly embracing being happy and exploring the mystery together. You know, you're both visionaries, you're both receiving visions, and I feel like there's a beautiful complementary energy here between like the artistic flow that you both have. Both of you complement each other's artistic style and nature. It's really beautiful, and I feel like, you know, it's like your own art or creative projects, you know, are so fulfilling in your own heart. And then with another, it's like not only do you both feel the fulfillment, you know, through experiencing each other's art, it's like also sharing it brings this whole new level of just amazingness to your creativity, and sharing it together. Like, there's something here about you both creating something through your own journeys. It's like you've been able to really channel all of your stuff into a very beautifully artistic, creative way that is so connected to the true energies of life and are felt on a very deep soul level, you know, to others. I can feel that. So I feel like you're moving into a very prosperous time and very equal in terms of, you know, your energetic abilities to give and receive in a very physical way, not just with each other, also with other co-creators. Okay, so wow, I truly hope this message resonated and that you guys all enjoyed it. This is a beautiful energy to feel. I'm really super just grateful for you guys and happy for you guys, because this is so beautiful to see, and to be able to support, you know, to support you in this journey is truly an honor and a pleasure of mine. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing the videos. I truly appreciate you for that. And please do connect with me on social media and my Patreon if you resonate. I would be so grateful. And until then, until the next pick a card message, I am just sending you guys all my infinite love as always. Please keep taking amazing care of yourselves and being yourselves, amazing co-creators that you are. And I'll see you again very soon for the next pick a card. All my infinite love as always. Peace. Hello, group number 2. How are all of you amazing, beautiful heart and souls? Thank you for tuning in with me. So let's see what the divine feminine would like the divine masculine to know. You still take my breath away. You still take my breath away. 3 of Swords, 3 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands. I feel like right away that the divine feminine really wants the divine masculine to know that she is truly becoming aware of certain pains or wounds within her own heart, her own emotions. And it's truly rooted in her desire for a happy family, for emotional well-being and support, and just very beautiful, intimate connection, healthy boundaries, really wanting to create a very solid, balanced foundation that honors values and love, mutual love and compassion and communication and loyalty and trust. And so there's this feeling here where there's a very physical acknowledgement of her masculine energy. I mean, he literally takes her breath away. It's like beyond anything this feminine has ever felt before. And so there's this energy of being very aware of paying attention to signs and synchronicities. It's the type of energetic union where nothing compares to it. Nothing at all compares. It's like this feminine knows and wants her masculine to know that there is no one that compares to him. You know, it's not everybody that you meet that just takes your breath away for no reason. There's obviously a very physical connection, and it's rooted in the heart. You know, it's rooted in the soul, the chemistry, the biology, all of it. You know, it's truly rooted at the center. And I feel like the feminine wants the masculine to know that she is facing or undergoing a time right now where she is becoming aware of any sort of thoughts, whether they're fear-based, limiting, whether it's almost like from past relationships where there's a lot of that energy and vibration of unworthiness or lack or being put down or feeling, you know, any sort of abusive energies projected at her. She's really doing her part to heal and become aware of that, because her true intention here is the 10 of Cups, is emotional well-being and fulfillment. It's like she's looking for signs. She wants the masculine to know that she's very aware and looking for signs, especially from him and this union and this connection. I pulled a postcard from Spirit to read to the divine masculine as if it's from the divine feminine. So let's see what it says here. Dearest you, divine masculine, uncertainty is the new normal for the whole world. Things are changing at a rapid pace, and the old ways we once trusted are no longer reliable. But leaving the familiar behind can be a good thing. When you are pushed to step into the unknown, you are pulled forward into discovering new possibilities that have been hidden in plain sight. Check in with your higher power. Your soul knows better than your small self. Have faith in the support of a higher power and the infinite potential for your life. Right now, the advice we have for you is this. Try something new. Do something different. You won't know how it feels, what it looks like, or what the outcome will be if you do not take that first step into the unknown and experience the unfamiliarity. You'll be so glad you did, because the treasure will appear. We're so proud of you for being brave. You are so loved and so supported. Signed, Divine Feminine. Love the Divine Feminine, okay? There's this energy here of like, you know, there's the unknown, like we can embrace the unknown together. There's this amazing opportunity for us to truly experience life the way we've always wanted to experience it. And yes, it may be unknown, and yes, we may have to become aware of some pains from the past that need healing and mending. However, together anything is possible. You know, together our bodies heal naturally. Together our minds heal naturally. It's like you're both ready for something new. You're both, the end is like the past. It's like there's nothing left from the past to continue onward as far as like sustaining emotional well-being and true love and new adventures and new creations. Like it's like lost its pizzazz. I feel like for both of you, this is happening for a very true reason, which is your union, you know, allowing you to let go of the past and begin really embracing the future, okay? I feel like the feminine wants the masculine to know she's doing her best to go with the flow right now, to really tune into the earth, to really tune into her own soul, the flow of her own emotions. I feel like she's, you know, I feel like the feminine is receiving signs from spirit, receiving synchronicities, and understanding the importance of only truly acting on the inspired synchronicities. And yet it's still so unknown for her. You know, there's a lot of unknowns. Lighten or heighten your vitality. Lighten and heighten your vitality. She wants the masculine to know that I feel like she can feel his vitality, his true. I feel like she's so focused on her own vitality and life force energy. There's a recognition of when when the feminine feels depleted, when she feels run down. She understands that that's a calling for her to nurture her soul, to nurture her creative life force energy, her energy. And so if she's feeling it from the masculine side of things, there's like this awareness, like, hey, masculine, you know, heighten your vitality. As I heighten and lighten my vitality, your vitality should feel enlightened as well. I feel like there's a understanding here of why he takes your breath away, feminine. And I almost feel like he's not fully aware of it quite yet. However, he's being shown. Stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. Interesting. We have reveal your truth, number 34. Palmistry, interpretation. And first chakra, Archangel Michael. So I feel like the Divine Feminine's been working with the archangels, especially Archangel Michael, when it comes to foundational energies, nurturing the qualities of the physical reality, nurturing the qualities of our body, our mental well-being, our emotional well-being, which is allowing the feminine to see, you know, whatever she needs to see in terms of healing her heartbreak, her heart, whatever pains or traumas that she's been through in the past. And there's this recognition of the swords here. I'm feeling the swords and the stabbed in the back. So I feel like it's triggering, even the way he's holding the sword here. It's like, there's something here with the hand and removing the mask and being very honest, very clear. It's almost like both of you are returning to a source of vitality, innocence, awareness through the power of touch, through the power of your body. I feel like both of you are really being shown some lessons when it comes to physical, like, vitality and where it's rooted. And I feel like the feminine really wants the masculine to know that she's learning a lot about the masculine energy right now. She's becoming into awareness. I feel like with Archangel Michael here, it's like there's a spiritual teaching that's happening within the reality of the feminine that allows her to really truly understand the root chakra, the foundational energies, being truly rooted in the earth and the physical environment. And also something here about the sensitivities of the masculine energy and this energy of heartbreak or pain or being stabbed in the back or separation or deception. There's a lesson here that you're both becoming very aware of in your own ways. I feel like that has something to do with feeling like your breath is being taken away. It's like there's some sort of energetic feeling here of actually having your breath taken away. So it's like, I feel like the feminine wants the masculine to know that the way the masculine takes the feminine's breath away is a very positive, loving feeling, right? And it may be something she's not accustomed to feeling in that loving type of way. As before, it's like taking your breath away may have come from fear. And so it's like there's a healing that's occurring, and it's also triggering, you know, it brings up what needs to be seen so that we can transform it and not feel the triggers of past events or traumas that have happened. I feel like the feminine really wants to encourage the masculine to step outside of his normal, everyday perspective, even here with palmistry and interpretation. Like, I feel like the feminine's encouraging the masculine to open up more to consciousness and how we receive messages and information, expanding his own consciousness, really allowing himself to learn and discover more beyond just the matrix type of mentality where it's the same all of the time. I feel like going with the flow, as the feminine learns to embrace the flow and go with the flow, that the masculine is feeling it, and she's really encouraging him to go with the flow, to focus on life force, to focus on tuning into deeper realms of consciousness and spiritual growth. I mean, these beautiful divine masculine feminine relationships are meant to be, they're meant to grow in consciousness together. They're very spiritual. They're very aligned in terms of being an energetic template, right, for life, for humanity. And reveal your truth here. There's an asking of the feminine here is revealing her truth. She's been taking off her mask. She's been really truly embracing her authenticity and really encouraging the masculine to do the same, because when the masculine's rooted in his authenticity, he can embody, the qualities of the archangels, for example, Archangel Michael, and really take it seriously and create that true foundation where, thoughts and opinions of others no longer rattle the human, the human self. Like, it's really about embodying the infinite self and the infinite potential that we have to expand together. I feel like the divine feminine is really encouraging the masculine right now to expand, to think outside his box, to take his mask off, to go with the flow and embrace this love, to not support the energies of separation and pain. There's something here about shocking attack that may have led to a sense of fear and expansion, outside of what is normal for the masculine. And so there's some healing here. However, it's like as he takes off his mask, as he's encouraged to take off his mask, he'll realize how strong, it's like he'll see his own infinite strength. There is a very supportive energy here around your union and being a, intimate, happy family. And this connection really serving as the catalyst to heal this, once and for all, so that as you're moving forward, it's, this won't reappear. It's going to be healed and become a part of your foundational values and principles moving forward. Like, there's a recognition here of learning from past mistakes and being able to enjoy life, in your own pace, in your own flow. So I feel like the feminine really wants the masculine to know to go slow as well, and to take his time when it comes to revealing his truth. And, because you have all the time in the world, once the masculine really decides to reveal his truth, it's, the rest of the journey. So it's like there's this quality that he's feeling from the feminine that allows him to actually feel the revitalization, feel the renewal, in his own heart and spirit, heightening his vitality. It's like the more the feminine stays true and authentic to her own path. I even feel like the feminine here really looking into not just like palmistry or tarot for her own, of affirmation, but more so to learn about her own self, her own birth chart, her own destiny, her own personality, her own whatever. And that's felt in the masculine. It's like I can feel he receives a sense of confidence and co-creation with the universe. And so it's like I feel like the feminine in this particular message is really encouraging him to embrace, the sacredness, the infinite being, the life force energy, the vitality, so that whatever energies that happened in the past are truly neutralized. And this heartbreak and pain that's being felt is meant to be felt at this time and revealed for healing. 35 is the number 8. It's strength, it's change, it's co-creation. It's, it's like the masculine, feminine, and spirit together growing through these changes. It's like in these relationships, we come together in our dreams first, or in the invisible consciousness way first. And I find that to be really beautiful, because it's like there's this specialness quality to the relationship. You know, when you experience this growth within yourself and you can connect to your own counterpart within your own consciousness, it's like you're doing this together and you're in it together, and you experience very intimate, private things in your own way. That when you meet up with your true person in real life, it's like somehow there's this ease that comes to the relationship where there's like, you don't have to get into explaining yourself at all. It's more so like this beautiful awareness and knowing and just friendship, you know, moving forward. It's like I can feel here there's this relationship has already been going on for so long, and it's like reaching a place now where energetically anyways, you know, it's like it's coming into physical reality, and you're going to feel it more and more as your vitality heightens. It's almost here too, like with the hands, it's like the hands coming alive, like the, you know, the energy, and like feeling, I'm feeling the physical body. Like there's a lot of rooting into the physical earth right now that's occurring. So I feel like the feminine wants the masculine to know that she supports him and his physicalness and well-being, and taking action towards the foundational energies of true family and partnership. You know, whatever he's doing in the physical world to create the family, like foundational energy, whether it's career or finances or projects, or, you know, just really practicing his own consciousness and learning more about love and the values of loyalty and honesty, and learning and growing. I feel like um, that's really, you know, just knowing that there, you know, it's like the feminine wants him to know that she supports whatever it is that he's doing, and she would never, ever, ever feed the energies of being stabbed in the back or any more pain or wounds. Like there's a very clear understanding here between the Three of Swords and the Three of Wands. You know, I feel like the masculine is facing some mental, you know, past thoughts that are fear-based or rooted in pain. And he's feeling the feminine energy of inspiration and fire and passion, and trusting the divine synchronicities, trusting the energy of spirit and co-creation. And when he's really going with the flow, you know, I feel like he needs to know the feminine's a part of that, a part of him feeling very nurtured in whatever it is that he's doing. So I feel like too here, there is an acknowledgement of that. It's like the divine masculine wants the feminine to know that as well, that it is felt. So the message to the masculine in this particular message is keep going, keep rooting into the foundational energies, keep allowing yourself to explore new ways of interpreting reality. You are nurtured, you are loved, you are seen, and it's almost like there's a protection energy here that is being recognized as the natural effect of rooting into true love and really opening up the root chakra, the foundational energies. The feminine saying let go of that energy. You know, there's no more looking over your shoulder. It's like there's this energy of truth, honesty, reveal your truth, masculine, because that's how she's going to recognize you. And as you do that, the vitality within your own being just naturally begins to renew or heighten or become more felt in such beautiful ways, attracting more than you could ever imagine into your reality. So I think this is really beautiful. I feel like the feminine also sends messages through the synchronicities with lots of color or nature, like flowers, animals, birds, play, even makeup and artistry. And I feel like this masculine receives a lot of the feminine energy and feelings when he's really choosing to expand his consciousness and root for the foundation of true legacy, love, and intimate family partnership. And that, you know, this masculine still takes his feminine's breath away and always will, you know. So, you know, you take my breath away, so come on back with it. It's really beautiful, okay? There's this beautiful worldly energy to the two of you. I feel like you're like master magicians, like you're into more esoteric, unseen type energies where you're creators and artists, but you're also like magic. You're not afraid to really dive into different esoteric teachings or philosophical teachings and learn and share your wisdom. You're also very in tune with nature. Like you guys, I could see you guys just like in this boat going for a nice float down the river, and there's not another human in sight forever, and you just love it. It's just flowers and trees, and maybe you stop and have a little picnic or whatever it is you do. Like, I just feel like there's this energy of longing for each other. I really feel this longingness, and there's also like this fierce energy, like with the masculine, like no matter what it takes, I'm gonna make this foundation strong. And it's like, it's so beautiful because it truly is all rooted in love. Even the red with the palm, and the root chakra, it's like there's just this energy of passion and inspiration, and instead of it being death and bloody, like I know that sounds crazy and stuff, but at the same time it's like it's passion, it's fire. And that's how you both embrace life. Like, you want to live it to the fullest. You want to create a foundation together where you can explore and be your unique selves and be different and authentic and embrace your amazing infinite self, however that is for you. And you're both very balanced. So I feel like too, the feminine just wants the masculine to know she's going through her own energies here of healing her heart and her mind. And so both of you focused on the magic and the light and the healing is truly what's allowing you both to go with the flow. So continue going with the flow. And yeah, that's the message for the divine masculine. I truly hope that this resonated and just affirmed what you're all feeling inside, and know to be true for yourself, and keep going. And thank you for being you, so rooted in the foundation of love and this physical reality. I'm truly grateful for your presence. So thank you all so much for subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. And please do connect with me on my social media and my Patreon. Those links are in the description box. And my goodness, until next time, all of you, stay amazing. Thank you for being divine feminines and masculines. And I'll look forward to the next message that comes through for all of us. Take very good care of yourselves. All my infinite love as always. Peace. Hello, group number 3. How are all of you beautiful heart and souls? Thank you for tuning in. So let's see what the divine feminine wants the divine masculine to know at this time. I am working towards a better future. 9 of Swords and 10 of Swords. And the 8 of Wands. Wow. I feel like the divine feminine right now is facing some challenges, and she wants the masculine to know that. I feel like there's an energy here of the feminine really reaching out towards the masculine in terms of her soul, her heart, and really asking him for guidance and support, at least in the mental realm right now. Obviously in the physical, but I feel like the feminine's really working towards a better future for herself, for her foundation, for her entire future of intimate partnerships and relationships. I feel like there's some thoughts here from the past, and I feel like almost as if these thoughts are truly rooted and stemming from the masculine energy. And at the same time, I feel like there is a lot of loving communication that's being received as well. I feel like this communication that she's receiving, I feel like the feminine wants the masculine to know that the loving communication is very much appreciated. And it's almost, a beautiful, strengthening energy for her to stay focused on working towards a better future, because there are some thoughts and beliefs here from the past. I feel like even it's like relationships that were very disrespectful to her in one way, shape, or form, and her recognition of how to heal from this, how to transform this energy within herself, within her thoughts, and still maintain her integrity. And I feel like the communication from the masculine is very much allowing her to face whatever she needs to and be done with it, because it's like 9, 10, end of this mental debauchery cycle into 8 of Wands, where There is loving communication. There is inspired communication, soul inspired. There's peaceful, tranquil communication that's happening, at least here from the soul perspective, that's able to heal and transmute any sort of false beliefs or thoughts or pains or wounds that were inflicted from other relationships that weren't truly in alignment with growth and moving forward in love. So it's like there's this awareness, and she wants the masculine to know that she is working towards a better future. No matter how it may appear, at least energetically, it's very clear, okay? So I pulled a postcard from Spirit to read as the Divine Feminine to the Divine Masculine. Dear you, Divine Masculine, there is always more than one side to an argument, two sides, if not more, to every story, and hundreds of ways to be right, be different, be at odds, and so on. Today, I suggest that instead of looking for differences, you find a meeting place of agreement and approach this experience with understanding and compassion. Seek common ground to understand how another person thinks or how an alternate plan might be laid. Stay out of judgment too. Observe, discern, but accept that others have different stories, experiences, and journeys, and some people might refuse to remain open to another's point of view. No matter what you've been presented with, a great opportunity to explore. No matter what you've been presented with, a great opportunity to explore a new way of doing things once common ground is reached. You're attracting people and situations that enrich your life and bring you wonderful things to learn. I love you so much, Divine Feminine. So I feel like the feminine here is very much encouraging the masculine to become aware of outdated thinking, issues and problems that are rooted or arising from a place of fear or lack or limiting behavior or mentalities, to really embrace being open to new ideas, new opportunities, new people, new relationships, new lifestyles, ways of being. It's like there's some sort of internal awareness going on here of really the importance of seeing eye to eye, of being on the same page moving forward. And I feel like the feminine energy here is really encouraging the masculine to grow. And it's like, let's keep going because I want to see 6, freedom. Okay, maintain your childlike spirit, number 27. Coffin, endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. A new day dawns, number 1. Smoke, prayers, and the thinking woman. So I feel like the divine feminine in this relationship, I feel like she wants the masculine to know that there has been a lot of energy within herself that she's had to release, almost like a death energy. It's almost like a death of the older masculine energies within her that truly were no longer alive or vital. Like, I feel like even with this energy here of maintaining your childlike spirit, it's a very whimsical card, and yet it kind of feels like kind of wintry, right? This kind of feels like wintry and dark, and yet it's very sacred. It's very beautiful. There's nothing dirty here or negative. It's like there's an older wisdom here. I feel like there's an energy of death that feels very real. It's almost like the death of mental thoughts that were literally like death thoughts, because I feel like with the 9 and 10 of swords here, this is like energy that truly feels like death. It's like instead of our bodies physically dying, we're allowing ourselves to see the thoughts within us that we're actually creating this energy of death or fear within us. And by feeding the thoughts or by not acknowledging them, I feel like that the feminine's really allowed herself to become aware of the healing process and refine herself and purify herself. And I feel like there is a new day dawning here. I feel like she wants the masculine to know that she is like reborn. She's coming out of this as like a child, like spirit, renewed, virgin energy, like new essence with all this maturity and wisdom about her. Because I feel like the feminine not only has been working towards a better future just in terms of her physical reality, but her entire well-being, mind, body, spirit. I feel like she's been educating herself a lot when it comes to consciousness or wisdom or the stories of humanity, the principles, the values, the morals. I feel like she's very intelligent, very wise. And I feel like the masculine needs to understand that. She's someone, who is very consciously aware, very much rooted in the qualities of earth and the human spirit. There's an energy of freedom here. Everything that the feminine is doing right now is for ultimate freedom for her and her intimate partners. Um, and she wants the masculine to know she's experiencing a bit of death energy right now. I feel like the prayers, it's like this is a part of the masculine understanding. This is a part of his answered prayers, that this is something the feminine needs to go through, and it's very challenging. It's difficult. It requires compassion and grace and the ability to really nurture yourself. And I feel like to the masculine to be aware of that, like for the masculine to be aware of that this is all about a new beginning. I see the dragon here. There's an energy here with smoke and the fire. It's like smoke signals. It's like the feminine is sending smoke signals, and the masculine's like way, way, way on the other side of the canyon or the ridge. And it's like they're aware of each other. And I feel like when you're in your childlike spirit, it's really felt by the masculine, almost like a smoke signal. And I feel like here too, like it's like it encourages him to maintain his childlike spirit. And there's an energy here that feels like he's picking up on it in a way he never expected. Whereas it's like when you think of childlike spirit as an adult, what does that look like? There's an energy here of the dragon, of like fantasy, and yet there's wisdom and power. It's like it's encouraging him to embrace his own childlike spirit in the mature way that he does. There's like a darker aspect here with even like the fire and the smoke at night. This is at nighttime with the moon and like the statue in stone, but there's flowers growing around it, and it's, the moon is bright so you can see this, building that she's in front of. It's more like 17th century home, Freemasonry type built, where there's a lot of like intellectual thought that's put into it, formulas, equations, consciousness. Like there's a maturity here too, the consciousness of the feminine. And I feel like it's a part of her, allowing or somehow transferring the energy to the masculine. Like I feel like the message to the masculine is we are, releasing these thoughts, we are transforming these thoughts, and whatever energies that may be felt as like death or just like the mental realm, just completely, it's like a clean slate. It's very interesting here. There's almost like this feeling here. It's almost this feeling as if the masculine in this relationship is very wise and mature in his nature. Like he very much feels comfortable in his own well-being when he's able to embrace his wisdom and his protection like qualities, having a clear mind and being very integral, and yet it's like his presence. And I feel like the feminine here is very much equal in that, except that she's a bit more engaged in her own body, like the feeling of freedom and movement and play and being, just being a human being without all the intellect. I feel like the feminine really is encouraging the masculine to embrace that. And there's a common ground that's being reached here. So I feel like she needs the masculine to know that she needs him to know. Sorry, you guys, I apologize. She needs him to know that the communication, right? The consciousness that the feminine is engaged in is truly rooted in growth and passion and inspiration. So whatever messages that the masculine may be receiving at this time, if they are not truly rooted in true unconditional love, to the masculine, it's going to feel like death. Like whatever thoughts that he allows to entertain him that are not rooted in love, he's going to feel death. He's going to feel this energy of isolation. And it's because the feminine is working towards a better future. And The feminine is choosing alignment. The feminine is maintaining her childlike spirit, and for the masculine to embrace that. I feel like she's guiding the masculine to allow anything within him that is not truly serving his authentic spirit, his true pure essence, to allow it to burn away, especially with the wands here. Like there's an energy with the wands versus the swords and fighting and all of that, and embracing the fire dance, embracing the passion, embracing more than just the intellect. Like this is a very mutually equal relationship when it comes to intellect and consciousness, working towards a better future. And there is an energy that is involved here that's expanding, that's very much needed, natural for this relationship to feel, to strengthen and bond over time, is the like embracing of the childlike spirit, of the authentic spirit. And so I feel like the feminine's really encouraging that in the masculine. He needs to embrace his childlike spirit. He needs to embrace his inspired energy, creative energy, allow himself to tune more into visions and new beginnings, and creating something new with the feminine, creating something new that you're creating together, that you've been creating this whole time. However, it's like really rooted in, I feel like for you guys, the consciousness is really important for you to be on the same page in terms of your consciousness, your intelligence, because that's what fuels your inspirations. That's what allows you to embrace creative projects and endeavors, home life, whatever it is, with this maturity and still feel very childlike. Still feel like you're allowing your human soul to express. And I feel like there's an honoring here with fire that's happening. New beginnings, and maybe even encouraging the masculine to participate in more like of a fire ritual or a smoke ritual, or just appreciating the energy of fire, meditating on fire and the inspired energy that it stimulates within us. And men have this thing with fire, and I just feel like this is nice. It's like a smaller fire, it's smoke, and I feel like there's some sort of communication that's ignited within his own soul when he stares into a fire. It could be that, there's this energy of warmth and just feeling like the intimacy and coziness of another. No matter what's happening, there could be a storm happening, but like two people inside who can build a fire. And, there's an energy here of the elements and the earth being involved, and even the unseen realms, beyond what is possible. Like you both ignite and inspire this inspired visions and communication between the two of you. So I feel like the message from the feminine to the masculine is embrace, embrace your childlike spirit, embrace the freedom to express your creativity, and embrace the death, whatever's happening, the deaths in energetic mental realms or emotional realms, like really allowing him, it's like allowing him to let go. I feel like he feels the nurturing energy. I feel like the masculine needs to know that the nurturing qualities that he feels are directly felt by, because of his divine feminine. His divine feminine is very aware, of the energies of freedom that they embody together. It's like when the two of you are together, there's a freedom that can only be felt when you're together. When you're not together, it almost creates like the opposite effect. It's like if you're not together, it feels like death. So I feel like there's a renewal here. There's a rebirth in a sense of, it's just like there's a new day that's dawning. The prayers are being heard and answered very loud and clear. And this 9 and 10 of Swords energy, this coffin energy, is the answered prayer. It's what's allowing you both to expand and move forward and work towards that better future. Okay, so that's what the feminine wants the masculine to know. And to keep going slow and stay true to himself and allow himself to nurture himself during any, these feelings can actually feel like we've died. Like it can literally take us. And, it's like if we don't nurture ourselves, that's when our bodies get sick, right? So we need to allow ourselves to feel, the nurturing energy. And I feel like the feminine's really encouraging the masculine right now to nurture himself, to feel himself, to allow himself to heal from whatever it is, and to trust that she's working towards a better future as well. And I feel like there is an acknowledgement here that you're going to both feel the empowerment, the creativity, the groundedness, and the childlike spirit. And I feel like right now, the feminine's really asking the masculine to maintain his childlike spirit no matter what happens, Don't allow the negative past energies to get the best of you. Really maintain your childlike spirit, because it's that authentic spirit that we're so attracted to one another. That is at the core. Our childlike spirit, our authentic essence is what attracts us to one another. So masculine, maintain your childlike spirit. You know, have a little fire ceremony if you need to, and speak your prayers and intentions into the fire, or your manifestations, or your words of intention, or whatever you want to call them. You know, I feel like the feminine here is doing everything she can to learn and grow consciously, and really focus on a freedom for the two of you that is so free. I can see you guys like in the middle of the night, even just like, I don't know, it's like you both have been through something where there's nothing that can frighten you when you're, especially when you're together. I feel like there's like some mystery to your adventures that you're soon to be having in the future. And it's like it's something that the two of you, only the two of you can talk about together. And it's so wonderful. There's like this peace that comes with it, of being able to share your intimate adventures that only you two experience together with each other. It's so sweet. I feel like this beautiful sacredness to your relationship. It's very private, it's very honored, and it's like the two of you are like the only ones who know about it. And yet, like, anyone who sees you or feels your presence knows that you have that special connection, and that can never be taken from you. You know, this whatever's happening is actually strengthening your bond. You know, it's like really strengthening and solidifying your connection, you know, in the deepest way possible. And as you really begin to come together in a physical way, it only grows. It's like the foundation's there, and I feel it. Okay, there's this energy of don't let it all go up in smoke. And don't see any sort of death energy as things going up in smoke or disappearing. Like, it's simply whatever has got to go, you know, so that we can. It's like I'm seeing the swords versus the wands. It's like, even in the fire, you know, you can't burn swords. You can burn sticks and wands and tree branches, you know, but you can't burn swords. They're not going to keep you warm at night. You know, if it came down to it, you guys have, you know, the wood to burn. Like, there's, you know, it's like even the swing is just, hey, it's like vines off the tree. Like, there's all of a sudden there's clarity and solutions, and there's so much wisdom and education between the two of you that it's like even this rock looks like a tombstone here, and yet it's freedom. It's like whatever needed to go, it's allowing you both to fully experience freedom and the better future that you're working towards. Okay, a new day dawns. So my goodness, that is such a beautiful message. I truly hope this message resonated for all of you, and that it just brought some clarification and guidance moving forward. You're both really merging, or really attracting into this common ground with each other that's really going to serve you both moving forward in the most beautiful ways. Okay, so thank you all for being you, so much for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. I truly appreciate you guys for that. And please do connect with me over on my social media and my Patreon. Those links are in the description box. I would be so honored. And until next time, I look forward to the next message that comes through for all of you. Please continue taking very good care of yourselves. And I'll see you again all very soon. All my infinite love as always. Peace. Hello, group number 4. Thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. So let's see what the Divine Feminine would like the Divine Masculine to know. I don't know if I'm cut out for this. 6 of Wands, 2 of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. Oh my goodness. Wow. The Divine Feminine feels a very vibrant, successful energy with this relationship. I feel like this relationship with the Divine Masculine energy, this Divine Masculine it really brings about a feeling of inspiration within the feminine, a feeling of victory and success and inspired action, and being able to see the future together, the world in your hands, new beginnings, new passion, new inspiration. This Divine Masculine really inspires this feminine. The feminine wants the masculine to know that she has never felt more inspired in her whole life. Like, she feels like the whole world's in your hands together. It's like almost like the masculine has like brought this inspiration that she's never seen before, and it literally it's like a feeling of like, oh my gosh, am I like, is this something that I'm really can embrace, in full trust and integrity? Am I capable of this amazing inspired energy, like maintaining it? Am I going to be able to like ride this out, like, and maintain my success? Like, there's some feelings of doubt that are arising within the feminine, and it's like all natural fears though. This is all natural when we're growing and we're feeling this love. Like, this energy is so successful. You are so guided. I feel like the feminine needs a masculine to know that even though her human version may feel like she's not quite cut out for this, the soul, the inspired energy, the divine guidance, all of it that's here is very beautiful, for like just beautiful inspired beginnings of feeling truly successful, like feeling truly inspired, inspiring others even in your connection. I feel like the two of you are very inspirational. Like, you allow others to have hope. When people see the two of you together, they envision their own new beginnings. They themselves say, well, it's almost like, I can feel this almost like mirror reflection, where like the feminine, even the masculine, may feel like they're not cut out for this type of relationship because it is viewed with such admiration. Like, people dream of having this kind of relationship. It's like you dream of this, and then you get what you want, and then it's like, oh my gosh, everyone's watching us, everyone's looking at us. Like, what if we fail? Like, what if they're looking at us and that makes us fail? Like, there's this energy that's very innocent and like new, and yet it's like serious, right? Because this is like our relationships, and at the same time, these are so divinely guided that no matter what, energy doesn't lie. When you feel inspired, when you feel the forward, expansion that is unlimited, that is beyond anything you've ever felt, there's a reason you're feeling that. And I feel like the feminine needs the masculine to know this is like beyond anything she was even prepared for. Like, this feeling, this connection is so out of this world that any human would feel like, I don't know if I'm cut out for this. Like, seriously. This is like beyond anything that both of you have ever experienced or even witnessed in your own reality. Like, even seeing other people in love and their stories, like, nothing compares to your relationship. You guys are so successful, and it's like you see beyond all the material. Like, for you guys, it's like the success lies in your complete balanced mutual love. You're harmonious together. It's like you guys create harmony, you create success, you create inspiration together. Like, when you're together, then the new ideas just like are received by you. Like, universe is like, here you go. you guys are capable, you can handle it, your hearts are in the right places, you're super awesome people, everyone's very attracted to you, you have this very inspiring quality. And the fears that the feminine's feeling are very real, and they need to be reassured in a sense that this inspired energy needs some physical reassurance. I can feel that there needs to be a physical reassurance from the masculine side of things. And I feel like, that's just something she wants the masculine to be aware of, that no matter how much she feels this inside, until it's actually physical, this doubt can never really be fully realized or acknowledged or even proven. It's like, how do I know if I'm cut out for this if it doesn't even exist yet? I can feel that. Okay, so to the masculine, if you're feeling energies of doubt, it could be arising from your own doubt in the situation. And there is a reassurance here in terms of your soul, like being connected to another. And the feminine in this relationship is very much in alignment with the success and forward expansion of it, okay? And it's very positive and wonderful. So I pulled a postcard from Spirit as if it's the divine feminine to the divine masculine. So let's read it. On the front it says, you are divine beauty. Dearest you, divine masculine, I have a secret to share with you. If you act as if all is well, it will be. Act as if you are brave, and you will have courage. Act as if you are loved, and you will be a magnet for love and experience the love of Spirit. Act as if your prayers have been answered, as if you are truly in sync with good fortune. How you think is how you will see me in the world. Interact with it and draw conclusions from it. If you want to be the person who has the life you want, co-creating and loving what is yours, which is me, you need to start acting as if that were truth. Don't worry about the conditions in your life that seem empty or cavernous, chaotic or barren. These are temporary and don't even count. Defy them and act as if you're the luckiest man on the planet or person on the planet. You will be, for you already are. That's the real secret. You are infinite potential. Loving you so much. Rainbows explode in the ether. No more chasing rainbows. They're just exploding, okay? This is amazing. I feel like this just life force energy is so playful. It's so artistic and creative, and yet it's like natural. It's like nature putting on a display. It feels very much soul-inspired energy here in both of you, okay? 10, responsibility. With great power shall also be a great responsibility. This relationship is very sacred. It's very divinely guided. And with that comes the acknowledgement of the values and principles of mutual love, of harmony, of trust, of honor, of commitment, communication, respect, integrity. This is a love that is very powerful energetically. It does influence others. It has the effect to greatly inspire others. And on the opposite side of the coin, if we're rooted in any sort of fears or we let any fears play out, that energy can actually harm the people that we are inspiring, right? It can cause a lot of harmful energies and doubts and things within people, and cause them to act chaotic or distrust or whatever it is, which reflects on us. And so there is this energy I'm feeling with, it's like both of you are rising to not just the occasions of your lives and your relationship, but you're being acknowledged by others in the world, which you can feel the added pressure of that, okay? So responsibility is truly what the feminine wants the masculine to know. Taking responsibility or embodying responsibility and ownership of this path that you both have chosen as divine counterparts, masculine and feminine. I feel like the feminine here is very much in tune with the sacred nature of life and honoring responsibilities and feeling grateful for the responsibility of love and nurturing and being able to feel complete in the world or a part of the world, in connection with nature, in connection with the wisdom of the feminine, being able to commune with nature and the energies, the elementals. And there's a very artistic quality here as well, as the feminine interacts with nature. It interacts with her in a very playful way, which feels very much like the masculine of reassuring her in a lot of ways. We have the 10 here, which is a completion of a cycle. So I feel like the feminine's been going through a lot of intuitive type of training, practical training within her own soul, teachings, and a lot of connection with the earth wisdoms and teachings. And so I feel like she wants the masculine to know there's like this trust that she's developed within herself. And no matter what, even this feeling of, I don't know if I'm cut out for this, it's like, it's a human feeling. It's a very normal human feeling, and it's not defining her. It's actually encouraging her to be more responsible in her own energy and her own self-reliance. We have infinite blessings here, the number 17. This is a beautiful card. So infinite blessings really truly arise out of this relationship. This relationship, I could feel it. It's like from the beginning, it's like there's so much infinite potential between the two of you. You are both so open to learning and growing, and so open to connecting and socializing with other people in humanity. Like, I feel like you're very welcoming people. You're very open and nurturing and warm and enjoyable to be around. I feel like there's just, it's like you're able to be around others, and you also have this beautiful presence with your own quality, like alone time, meditation time, connecting with the elements, with your soul, with what's important. And it's all like a priority. It just somehow flows for you. And there's this infinite blessing energy that it's like no matter what illusions arise, no matter what happens, you're always, I feel like there's a lot of, again, the 10, 1, and 0, the ace, the 17, the 1, and the 7. It's like you both have this ability to cut through illusion type of energy and really stay rooted in reality and the truth. And, you know, knowing that it's like all divine, like invisibly inspired, and yet somehow you both have this way of making it all very visible and physical, and sharing it with those in your life in a way that is, you know, still honoring of your privacy, still honoring of your commitments to your soul growth, your own journeys. We have photograph here, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. Oh my goodness. We have protect the wild and green. We have ornithomancy, omen, and contract, number 6. So there's definitely a soul contract here that you two have agreed upon in a very loving way. You know, it's really truly rooted in fairness and balance. There's an honoring here of that commitment no matter what. Even if the feminine feels that she's not cut out for it in any way, it's serving her as a catalyst to honor her commitment. She's committed to the divine masculine in every way, shape, or form, even if she doesn't know exactly who he is at this moment in time. I feel like there's this energy of trust. The divine feminine's really being guided to honor Gaia, earth energies. She's working with the earth energies. She's really learning about the nurturing qualities of life and how to be a protector or a guardian of her environment, of her life. Photographs here. I feel like there's an energy of definitely feeling nostalgic. She may be really feeling her masculine through photography, through taking pictures, maybe even looking at pictures of love and art and whatever it is that really tunes her into her masculine. I feel like the feminine wants the masculine to know that, you know, he is somebody that she looks forward to taking pictures with, you know, having pictures with, making memories with, that she's very committed to the relationship, to the partnership. I feel like here too, there's an energy of omen, of really heeding messages, warnings, red flags, being aware of any red flags. I feel like the feminine wants the masculine to be aware of red flags, and of truly honoring vulnerability, honoring the relationship. I feel like the masculine needs to know that there's a quality of energy here that can only be felt within the natural realms, the earth realms. I feel like here it's like there's this energy where someone inside a house or a building with the window closed looking out, where it feels like very disconnected from the earth energies and elementals and all of these, you know, even the contract card here. It's like there's a very distinct difference between the more natural alkaline energies, the outdoor, the like feeling together, being in that warm, inspired energy versus like more like disconnected from the earth or like static or logic. Like there's no nature here really, except for the sky and the birds, you know, and it's like there is a very it's very felt, it's very distinct, the contrast between the guidance that you're receiving from, say, your soul or the angels or the spirit guides or the, you know, the angelic forces of love basically, and the everyday like commitments of our 3D physical reality here. I feel like there's, you know, it's like don't get too caught up in, I feel like the feminine wants the masculine to know that she's not so much caught up in like, you know, you have to get married and give up this and fit into a role. Like there is a very clear awareness here of freedom and being authentic, being who you truly are, masculine. It's like I feel the feminine here very much embracing her authenticity, her flair, her character, her style. And the masculine really recognizing it. You know, when the feminine's in her spirit, there's an energy that he's feeling that allows him to tap into this energy of infinite blessings and possibilities. I feel like she wants the masculine to know that she is growing, and, you know, it's like herself really growing outside the box, outside the matrix type thinking, outside just, you know, weddings and contracts. Like this is like a soul connection, and no matter what or where you go, it's, you know, it's all truly rooted in the spiritual experience, the unseen experience, and for it to become physical is truly what you're both aligned to. You know, you're both aligned to, it's like the divine feminine and masculine are a team, no matter what, seen or unseen. And I feel like there's been this preparation for your next phase of union and expansion that's really allowing you to feel yourself as a true co-creator, as a true guardian of, your own energy in a sense, and how you can effortlessly, be your sovereign self, be a co-creator in this world. And when you come together in a physical way, the both of you are so inspired by each other. It's like the inspiration is a natural byproduct or side effect. So there's like an acknowledgement here of how the masculine really inspires the feminine, and for the masculine to be aware of that. When he acknowledges that, when you embrace that energy, divine masculine, you really empower her in a way that allows her to connect to the earth in a way that's, it can only be felt through your connection. So I feel like the feminine, whenever she's feeling like she doesn't know if she's cut out for this, it's because the masculine has somehow pulled away from the connection, or is somehow going through his own challenges that are, distracting him in a sense from the focus on the relationship. So I feel like for masculine, for you to know that whatever challenges you face in this life, they do affect your feminine. And it's like trusting, trusting the unseen, trusting your courage. And the unseen is courage, it's bravery, it's integrity, it's honor, it's honesty, it's commitment, and really trusting your own instincts, your own intuitive knowings. When the blessings are showing up, to be grateful. That's a sign that you're in alignment with your counterpart, your divine, the energies that are within you. When the energies are within you are truly balanced, you are truly balanced with those in your life in a way that is experienced physically, with the feelings of well-being, with the feelings of magic, with the feelings of infinite blessings, and feeling that empowered energy of being able to be a voice or an energy that supports, the beauty and growth of our earth, of our earthly experience. It's like there's this, when we embrace the earth and the beauty of the earth, we are then in alignment with experiencing the earth in ways that we could only imagine. There's a level of honoring and awareness here that comes with heeding warnings and contracts and commitments and taking responsibility. And if you know this, if the divine feminine and masculine know each other, I feel like the feminine wants the masculine to know that the pictures of you, if she sees pictures of you, they really do, and they really do connect her to her inspiration. Like, she feels that soul inspiration. It's very nostalgic, and the idea of creating new memories with you is like so welcomed. It's such a beautiful, welcomed feeling. And I feel like the masculine needs to know that. It's like he's being encouraged to really embrace the feminine in a very empowered way, whereas maybe before it wasn't so empowered. It was more like he was taught that he's the man and there's a woman, or he's the masculine, she's the feminine, or however it appears for you. It's like so beyond just everyday contracts in 3D. This is like new for both of you in terms of how you feel intimacy and responsibility to yourself, to the relationships that you're inspiring and the legacy that you're leaving, like who's seeing you, how you're influencing. It's like really honoring your own energy, really learning how to honor your own blessings, your own connection to life, and how that in itself is honoring to the whole. So I really love this. I feel like the divine feminine is just really truly asking the masculine to tune into responsibility, to honoring the cycles of expansion and growth, to really feel the inspired energy and their connection, to really allow himself to explore new ideas and the horizons, to be able to have that infinite or like expanded imagination where he can really receive visions or create visions that he's never imagined before in a way that's very supported and guided by, not only himself, but supported by his feminine energy. And whatever he's creating, he may even be into photography and taking pictures and sharing images. I feel like There's an energy where the feminine wants him to know that he's amazing at whatever talents that he's choosing to focus in on, and that if he feels in any way that he's not cut out for it, that she is acknowledging him as being very much, perfectly cut out for it. Very responsible. She feels his warnings whenever he sends them, and they're always on point. I feel like there's this beautiful energy of strength within the relationship here, and that she feels infinitely blessed whenever his presence is around her, or felt or acknowledged. I feel like she feels very inspired. She receives new ideas, new insights, new visions, and she also feels a deeper connection to the earth. So, masculine, you are, such an inspiration to your feminine, and the feminine is definitely an inspiration to you in a lot of ways. And so I just feel this relationship very inspired and becoming only more inspired. It's like the energy of pure inspiration here that's so unlimited, infinite blessings and possibilities, and also responsibilities too. So, I feel like through photography, even pictures, visualizations, both of you are able to really feel into responsibility and what you're willing, right, to be responsible for together. I feel like you're both learning a lesson, and how much you want to be responsible for. It's like all a choice. To have it all means you maybe just have a few things yeah, you're responsible for, which allows you the freedom to really have that adventure of life together in whatever way you choose without feeling bogged down by anything. So, clarifying contracts and commitments. It's really helping you refine what's, where you want to be connected to, who and what, and seeing it together. It's really, really beautiful. Like, I feel like you're both on the same page. So continue being you, continue moving towards your inspired energy, ideas, allowing the inspiration to flow, just giving and receiving it. I just feel so much. I feel like even the feminine here, she's like, it's like she's, I don't know, there's a longing for each other that I can feel very much so. And I feel like when you're really tuned into each other, there's such a feeling of success and victory. So continue feeling that. And even, creating photographs or images, and having them around you, and whatever fuels that inspiration of your relationship is really going to just um, help any doubts that arise to disappear and just not become even relevant or even show up at all. Okay. So that is your message. I truly hope that you all resonated with this and that it just affirmed what you're feeling and know to be true. I appreciate each and every one of you so much for being such amazing, beautiful beings of love and inspiration to me always. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to deliver these messages. So thank you all so much for subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. Please do connect with me on social media and my Patreon. Those links are in the description box. And until the next pick a card message comes through, or message, continue taking really amazing, extra good care of yourselves. And I just thank you for being you. And I'll look forward to seeing you all again very soon. All my infinite love as always. Peace.